Welcome back. It's January the 18th, 2025, in the year of our Lord, and welcome back to the Hotel Orloff here in scenic rural Retreat, Virginia. It's about 15 degrees outside, and we're staying warm, though. We're up here in the attic in the comic book room, where we're enjoying some Dr. Pepper and decorating for next year's Christmas, because there's only, I don't know, about 350 maybe days left till Christmas again. So we gotta decorate. We're gonna stay. This is gonna be a Christmas wonderland. It's gonna stay a Christmas wonderland up here in the comic book room. And then when it's Christmas time for real, I'll move this tree down intact, with already decorated, to the main room. We're up here on the 15th floor of the Hotel Orloff in the attic, and this is the third time I've tried to do this show on this beautiful Saturday morning. I keep pressing the wrong button and accidentally ending the show. The first time I got about 3-4 minutes in, and because I guess I'm tired, I'm hitting the wrong button and ending it. This is a beginning of an historic weekend. Last night we went to a Mexican restaurant. I ate too much and got kind of sick. Celebrating the weekend because we have President Trump being inaugurated Monday, and got a big rally tomorrow night, Sunday night. And, people keep trying to destroy my excitement about what is promised as a new golden age, and saying, he's probably really the Antichrist. And I hear this, and people scare me, but I think we're gonna be all right. But I've been wrong before. Book of Revelations has to happen sometime, so he says that we're ultra privileged that it can't happen during our lifetimes. Who knows? But I'm going to stay excited, because I'm looking forward to the rally, and I'm looking forward to see what he does in the first week. And by next Saturday, who knows? There may not be an IRS anymore. Then, I don't know, man. Okay, what do we got over here? I'm organizing here. Oh, man. This is a new amazing magazine. I highly recommend. Cryptology. This is issue 2. And I've got to find a place to put it. Over here, I think. Just a minute. The last time this show ended because my phone fell on the ground. It's like, whoa. I'm trying to make sure that I don't have a very stable tripod here. Okay. Here was Cryptology number 1. Now this kind of looks like a Warren magazine a little bit, with the corner box and everything. But what it is, it's very much like, I'll open up this new issue here in a minute. It's very much like, kind of like a revival of the Monster Times. In the Monster Times back in the 70s was a monster newspaper, covered monsters in all forms, and comic books, and old silent movies, but even serial monsters, like Count Chocula and Frankenberry. So that's an exciting magazine, Cryptology. And now they've also revived the original Castle of Frankenstein. That's exciting. Then there's all these facsimiles coming out. It's like that's the greatest thing I think happening now in comic book publishing, is facsimiles. And this is Horror Monsters, was a monster magazine imitating famous monsters, put out by Charlton in the 60s and early 60s, like Kennedy era. And it was printed on notoriously cheap paper that would, almost like pulp paper. And so that's great to have facsimiles that you can actually hold. This is also a great magazine for people my age that remember Vampirella in the 70s. This is a very close simulation of Vampirella. It's almost like Vampirella never stopped publishing. In the early 80s is when Warren went away. There is a Vampirella out there, I know, that comes out every month in comic stores from Dynamite, but that has nothing, in my opinion, in common with what Vampirella was in the 70s. I mean, she even has little elf ears. Vampirella was something I don't think most people know how to recreate today. But those people doing Warrant Publishing seem to get it. Okay. I also have, see, they're doing facsimiles of all kinds of stuff like startling comics. We need to open these up and look at them. I just got them the other night, and I was really unhappy during the live stream because StreamYard wasn't working properly, so I didn't even open these, but now we can open them. I got 3 facsimiles that just came out from PS Art Books of these late 1940s Golden Age. Or you could make a case that the Golden Age ended not long after World War II, and these are Atom Age or Uranium Age or whatever age you want to call them. I think I'm sick of the ages of comics and people arguing about when one age ended and another began. I almost would like to just call them by the presidential era and just say, these are Eisenhower age. And the World War II ones, we'd call those Roosevelt age. Right? And this would probably be Eisenhower age too. I think this was before Kennedy came in. This is also not a real comic. It's a facsimile. You can kind of tell because it says $4.99 instead of 10 cents. But this is the second appearance of the Justice League of America. This is probably at your local comic store now. It just came out like a week ago, unless they're sold out, or maybe they don't order it because people won't want it. But it's beautiful. I mean, I'm never probably going to be able to afford. Definitely not going to be able to afford the second appearance of Justice League. But it's great to have that facsimile that I can hold in my hand and read. And DC does a better job of doing these facsimiles than Marvel, because Marvel puts the UPC code, that little barcode on the cover, and that completely spoils the look of like they just did a facsimile of Fantastic Four #1, which I've got Kevin at Gotham City Comics. He's mailing one out to me today, a Fantastic Four #1, and but it's got a barcode on it. Just like, man, they didn't have that back in the Kennedy age of comics. You know, comics were great during the LBJ age of comics, although LBJ was, now it's starting to come out. There's been some leaked recordings of phone calls and starting to become quite clear that LBJ may have had a hand in the Kennedy assassination. Can you imagine? Who would have thought that? And then we still don't really know what happened to Robert Kennedy, but you know, we've got Robert Kennedy Jr. coming into power along with Trump here in just a few days. And this assassination of Kennedy that happened, which is his uncle, a couple of, about a year before I was born, and the Robert Kennedy assassination that happened before I was really aware of what things were going on when I was like 3 years old. Now we've got Robert Kennedy's son coming in, and he's, to me, I think it's going to be great because maybe we'll find out exactly what's been going on all these years, all these things we've suspected. Maybe now we'll find the truth, right? We had so much fun seeing this movie. This is the original little display that would have been probably on the concession stand counter in a movie theater. Rambo First Blood Part 2 was so much fun, man. We had a blast watching that in the theater. That was 1985. My friends Tom and Steve. Tom is no longer with us. God bless him. My wife had a very vivid dream of him the other night, and she said, very vivid dream where he's playing the drums, and he was living in Los Angeles, and it was like he was right there. I've had vivid dreams where he came to me and said, He said, I know you're going to forget. You always forget, but you got, this is in a dream after he passed away. He said, you've got to remember this Bible verse. And it was John, but I forgot it when I woke up. He said, you got to remember this. This is really important. You know, and I was saying, how are you here, Tom? Because it was so real. It's like you passed away. How are you here? He said, listen, it's okay. Just remember this. So I really almost feel like he was contacting me from the beyond, telling me. So maybe if you just read the whole book of John and just consider everything in it super important. You know, I remember the book. Oh my goodness. This is how they were doing facsimiles not long ago. This is actually, I don't even think this is the whole book. It doesn't have, yeah, with modern ads, Star Wars, and whatever the heck, Yoda on the back cover. That was, now they had all the original ads in these facsimiles. I love it. It's a great way to have old books and not be a super rich guy. Okay, hold on. And that was a rack downstairs. I was trying to be quiet because my wife's still asleep. But I was, I saw on Facebook Marketplace they were getting rid of a rack that had car brochures at the local car dealership because they don't print them anymore. Now they expect you to go online to find out the information about the new models. So they're selling that for nothing along with another rack. And I thought, well, I could make it a bunch of facsimiles and make it look like a vintage newsstand. But I had some, because I didn't have enough facsimiles, some real comics. Like this is not a facsimile, this is a real Golden Age comics. So I was pulling some of these real ones off the rack, and then I'm going to put these in boxes, and then put some of the facsimiles I've been getting there. I was pulling also, well, I also pulled out this Tilly the Toiler, and this is something Night Tiger sent me as a gift because I was talking about Tilly the Toiler. It was my favorite, my mother's favorite comic book as a little girl. She was born in the 1920s, so, and she was always drawing this face her entire life. Whenever she was on the phone, she would doodle, and it would be a profile of Tilly the Toiler. So I could tell as a little girl she was drawing this face. So you don't see these very often. I've only seen one in a comic store once, and it was trashed, and they were expecting there were a lot of money for it. It looked like it was destroyed below my standards. So Night Tiger heard me talking about that and knew I had a connection to my mother with his comments, sent me that. That's the kind of wonderful guy he is. So that's that. So I'm going to pull that. But I knew I had these other two Startling Comics facsimiles that came out before on that rack. So I wanted to compare them with the ones I just got a few days ago. Let's put them in order. These, again, are not real comics. These are facsimiles. You see they have the ads on the back and everything. So this is number 50, 48, 47, 48, 47, President 47 coming in a few days. 47, okay. 50, then 53 is one I got a while back. and 51. So they seem to be hitting all around that time period. So now maybe there's, I know I've got more facsimile comics from this company on hold at Gotham City Comics, because he's got a bunch of stuff I'm paying, gradually, but it's a great idea, because here you couldn't afford these comics. Maybe you could, I don't know. 47, 48, 50, 51, 53. It's almost like a little bitty run right around the same time period, the same year. I guess I'll put a couple of these back downstairs. But I was just trying to see what the deal was. Okay, those are those. Also pulled this at some point back in the 70s. I got 2 copies of a Mad special that reprinted the old EC. Although these aren't necessarily the stories that appeared with this cover, but this is a reprinted a color comic so that Mad readers in the 70s could see what Mad used to look like as a comic book. And of course, that was a hell of a revelation. This is what destroyed the minds of a whole generation. This is this is what R. Crumb and Jerry Garcia and all the whole generation was reading when they were little kids, and then it was taken away from them because they cleaned up comics, and then Mad switched to a magazine to avoid censorship, and look how they all grew up to be rebellious, because then those comics, they started putting this symbol on comics, which shows that they're approved by a self-censoring board. There's nothing unacceptable in them. And so it was, I always compare it to whack-a-mole. They whacked comic books down, made them pure and innocent again, and then rock and roll sprung up almost a couple of months, maybe not even a couple of months after the comics went down. Rock and roll sprung up. So I've always said that part of the beginning of that whole baby boomer generation's problems with society was when they got rid of the comics, and then they tried to knock rock and roll down with charges against Chuck Berry and scandals. They drafted Elvis, I can guarantee you that wasn't just by chance that they drafted Elvis. They were trying to get rid of this evil influence on the youth. But so, okay, let's go back downstairs. I was just down here filming, and I don't remember if it was in this the episode that ended abruptly or not, but I got this maybe I just showed you this. I have no idea. I got this gorilla head from Kevin at Gotham City Comics. That's almost an exact sculpt imitation of the head from the Aurora King Kong. I put it on this lamp. I don't know. What do you think? I may have already shown you that. I don't know. Maybe it was in the episode that maybe I should upload that last episode, because that was pretty good, but it's only like 5 minutes long. And see that head was sculpted to look like the head on this Aurora King Kong. Here's another paint job done by another person. There we go. Can you see that? Incredible. Okay, so got a lot to do today. It's a big day, man. Let's take a look at some of this. Okay, so like I think I was telling you, this Mad Monsters book, it's reprinted in a smaller size than the original. You can see it. It's. I think it's a little, and maybe Golden Age comic size, maybe a little bit bigger. It's weird. They could have, if it was, it would fill out this bag if it was a magazine sized book. But I think maybe they printed it a little bit different size to prevent people from trying to resell it as an original, because you see it has this cover with a black border that says PS Art Books, but if you open it up, it's, you could remove the cardboard cover and have the original, which people could do, this, and that might fool somebody that's not sophisticated. Like people were fooled back in the 70s with the DC limited collector's editions where they reprinted Action Comics #1 and stuff like that. They printed them in large tabloid-sized format, but if you remove the cardboard cover, it was exactly like the original comic. All the ads, only difference is it was larger, and someone may not be savvy enough to know that comics weren't that large back in 1938. But if you were looking at a real Charlton Mad Monsters #6, it would probably be brown paper, and it might be crumbling. You can see the layout is not as sophisticated as what Warren would have done. And Warren tended to have the pages black, and then the photos were inserted on them. This seems to have more white. Boris Karloff's story, Man of a Million Horrors. But the writing is more dense and more less jokey, more filled. Famous Monsters had the layout down. It was a beautiful looking magazine. No one could touch it, but the writing, because Forrest Jackman was writing to 7 and 8-year-olds, like second graders, is what he was kind of doing. Monster on the Campus. There's a poster for it right there in front of me. How about that? It's a good movie, Monster on the Campus. Anyway, the writing in here is going to be more less embarrassing to read, because it was cringy. His writing was cringy even when you were 7. This has always been one of my favorite photographs of all time. That's just a great portrait of Orloff. Horrorwood Terror Vision. Did I talk about David Lynch just now, or I don't remember if I did that. I did it the first 2 times I tried to start this episode. At the risk of, oh, look at that, the hypnotic eye. Except that's not from the Hypnotic Eye, the movie. But Queen of Outer Space, I got a poster for that back behind me. Giant Behemoth, Ghoul Giggles. Now, one of the greatest things about the Warren magazines, Famous Monsters and all that, were the ads in the back. And this Charlton magazine has ads in the back. It says, thanks for all the horrible goodies supplied us by Universal International Allied Artists. They're thanking all the movie studios that have sent them stills. Ackerman didn't have to do that because he'd been collecting since he was a kid movie stills, so he had it all in his files, and he had stuff that these other rival magazines could never get. Here's some masks that you could get. These are not masks that I'm familiar with here. From Killmore Productions. How about that? Killmore Productions. Now you can do a professional make. Oh, they aren't masks. Now you can do a professional makeup on yourself or friends. They're just sending you a makeup kit and with maybe a little booklet on how to make your face up like those. Monster Mailman. This Frankenstein monster mask. They're selling a mask on Temu, whatever, that Chinese communist platform that probably is going to be gone within a week after they tariff the shit out of them. They're selling a lot of bootleg stuff of our intellectual properties, man. You go there, type in things you would never think to type in. Vampira, Elvira, Munsters, Ratfink, Hot Rods. You could get a lot of cheap stuff. Some of it's kind of cool looking. That's fake Chinese goods, but I typed in Frankenstein. They had a mask that did not look that different from that mask that they'll send you from China. Actually, it'll arrive in a floppy package from someone in Chicago or Georgia named Steven, which is some Chinese soldier that lives in the United States, and they have a fake name, but it'll just say Steven. There'll be no last name. That's the last package my wife got from Temu. These are the top stone masks that Kevin's been collecting. That were for sale back then. During the Kennedy age of comics. This monster model. There's a Temu. You can get one of those metal signs with the rest around the edge. They've made a sign of that. This page, this ad, which looks good if you got a model display in your house. So they even have the ads in the back, just like Famous Monsters. You got a monster record player. Disappearing ink. That's supposed to be ink, but it looks like she's bleeding. So I'm sure that a lot of kids. Look at this bloody mess. I'm sure that will throw your mom. My brother, back about 1974, was in his room. He was out of high school. He was second year of college doing this stupid. He got one of those little tubes of vampire blood, and he put it in his mouth, and then he just starts coughing it into the sink in it, because it was weird. He had a room that had a sink in it, which was weird. That house was in San Antonio. My father kind of designed it with an architect, and he was built. And so I guess there was a washer and dryer back there, and then on the other side there was a sink, kind of like it was meant for a girl, to put it on her makeup. There'd be a sink there, but you don't normally see a sink in a bedroom. But anyway, he was in that. I guess my mom was washing clothes right outside his bedroom, and then he starts coughing up this fake blood just to see her reaction, which, as I recall, I would have thought she would have freaked out, but I think she just because I guess she knew it was fake. Skinhead wig. More masks. $3.98. All these masks. There's the shock monster, which has been recreated right here. That's a mask that's currently out that Trick or Treat Studios has made, and not only they also made a Halloween bucket that looks even better than that. It's a recreation, really, of a mask that wasn't that detailed in the '60s, and then now they're putting out a Mego style 8-inch action figure of a monster with that head. That's one of the wonderful things about living in the year 2025, this new golden age. Glossy photos suitable for framing of wolfmen, and they're all 6 snarling werewolves, different versions of the wolfman. I see Yeah. Yeah, Lon Chaney and, yeah, Henry Hull. Yeah. And this would have been the back cover of this Mad Monsters #6. So this is what it says. It's a limited edition. I don't know how many were printed of this, but this should be available now. If you wanted an original copy of this, it's probably not. Probably get an original for $30-$40, maybe. I think you could, yeah. But if you want this, the original came out. I wanted to check. I'm thinking this is Kennedy era. 1963. Yeah. Doesn't give the month. Fantastic. That's Mad Monsters. This is Horror Monsters. Charlton did several monster magazines. This is Horror Monsters #4. Again, when you get past the cardboard cover, now someone could rip this cardboard cover off and it would look real nice. It might fool someone, but for the size, because it reprints the original price, unlike those facsimiles of other things that have the new price on them. There's the Teenage Frankenstein, which was kind of an unofficial inspiration for this shock monster you see back there behind me. Let's get him. See him there? Shock monster is basically Teenage Frankenstein, unauthorized. The Mummy's Curse. Yeah, the layout of pictures here would look amateurish even in a high school yearbook. This is the way even kids on the high school yearbook staff would have laid out pictures with more creativity than this layout. This is a little better. This is a little bit more like Famous Monsters would have done it, with all the showmanship and the arrows and the exclamation points, but still not quite. This is what? That's a great photo. See that? That would be a great photo to have on the wall. Anytime you got gorillas grabbing girls, carrying girls, those are great photos. Oh, story about Bob Burns. I hope he's still alive. David Lynch started smoking when he was 8 years old and had emphysema, was on oxygen, and then they displaced him from his house, and that's what apparently caused him to pass away a couple days ago. So I don't know if I already told you that on this show or not. I guess, like I said, this is the third time I've tried to do this show. So David Lynch, that's really a shame, because he was a unique guy. He was a great. Oh, this is neat. They've got this whole page thanking these movie studios for sending them photographs. But I like the art around it, which is, you could photocopy this page and then put anything you wanted in the center, even on your own photograph in the middle, that you could make that into a frame. That could be the border of a frame. That's pretty well drawn. I wonder who the artist was. The world may never know. But if you get this Horror Monsters book, or get the real one, there's a page and there's something you can do with it. Here's the Monster Mailman again. Here's the mask you could order. That gorilla monster mask is what John Michael McCarthy uses as his the mascot of his film studio, Gorilla Monsters Studios out of Memphis. Those are $3.98, but $3.98 in Kennedy era money. Look at those. Look at those, man. Those are the Unholy Six mask wigs. $4.95 each. Can you picture a six-handed poker game looking like this? These full head disguises made of rubber and Salamese hair are from out of this world, which is where they belong. Guaranteed shockers. Oh man, super specials. Look at that at the top. You see that? Super Gorilla and Super Caveman. How much are those suckers? $6.95. Ooh, that was a lot of money back then. Here's the Gruesome Twosome. See that? You know, I'm just realizing I'm seeing everything backwards on my phone on the screen. I don't remember that being that way. But it's been a long time since I did a canned show. I'm usually doing the StreamYard live things. These records, they would advertise these in Famous Monsters also. These are, you can listen to these on YouTube. I know, I'm almost positive you can. This one, Authentic Music from Another Planet. Howard Minger. I bet that's available too. I haven't seen that one on YouTube, but I'll look for it as soon as I end this show. Whoa, what is that? Mad Moving 3D mask? What does that mean? Oh, look at these beatnik kits. That's cool. Oh, and they're selling some Charlton comics in the back, Monstrous Comics, because they're selling Mysteries of Unexplained Worlds. Oh, 6 different mags for only 50 cents. So it says tear out this page. So if you send them 50 cents, they'll send you 6 comics. Just check the 6 comics you want. You can pick from Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds, Conga, Space War, Strange Suspense Stories, Unusual Tales, Reptosaurus, Space Adventures, and Conga. I just got a Charlton from back around this time period from Last Frontier Comics, and I haven't opened it up yet. Look at that. Look at that mask. That's great. Again, this is from... Oh, this is older. This is 1962. Fantastic. So... This is Ghost Comics. Now, this is a really sought-after pre-code horror comic that normal people can't afford. Now, I'm going to put this on a bookshelf because it's a book, so I'm not going to need this bag. But I'm going to maybe reuse the bag for something else. This is another great thing that PS Art Books is doing, is they're reprinting these books. The thing about them is they had great, in all the ads, they had they're just, so this reprints issues 6 through 11 from 1953 to 54 of this comic. And this comic has fantastic art. It's famous for its covers that have beautiful depictions of women, good girl art, however you want to call it. Rupture easer for men, for women, for children. Now you can throw away those gouging, torturing tresses. That seemed to be, they're selling that, it says for children. Okay. Indian Scouts, make your own real Indian outfit. Conceals as it medicates, pimples. You can see these covers are great. How to lose ugly fat without dieting hunger. They figure that you're a pretty ugly person if you're reading comics, that you've got a lot of problems, that you need to learn how to fight. You're probably fat. You probably have pimples. Yeah, more reducing fat. Look at that beautiful cover there. You probably don't know how to draw. Maybe Charles Atlas can help you put on some pounds. Or maybe this guy can teach you how to. Come on, pal. Now you give me 10 pleasant minutes a day in your home, and I'll give you a new He-Man body for your old skeleton frame. George Jewett, world's greatest builder of He-Men. Yeah. Yeah, this is from Fiction House. They're advertising some of their other comics: Jungle Comics, Planet Comics, Wings. You can see 20 miles with these binoculars, walkie-talkies. Fantastic art in these books. So this is currently available, probably. I mean, I don't know if Kevin can still get this for you. If not, it's Ghost Volume 2. I guess I need to get Volume 1. And it's from PS Art Books. These are probably easily obtainable on Amazon or wherever. But I would call Kevin first at Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's see. Put this down here. Oh, here's some more cool stuff. Let's look at this. Where would you put this? A coffin. Gotta find a good place for this. Oh, look at Alan the cat down there. Hey, Alan, what you doing down there? This little coffin was a gift in a package from Gotham City Comics, and now I gotta find a place to display it. There we go. See it there? Every day is a different show, ladies and gentlemen. I got these books from Last Frontier Comics, and we haven't open them yet. I showed them the other night when I was doing nothing but complaining about StreamYard. So here's Space Adventures. They don't put a number on the cover. Let me open this up. Oh, see, Last Frontier uses painter tape, which I've heard people say is a good way to seal comics. So, giant jackpot prizes. I love this caveman cover. See, as we were saying, Charlton didn't really use the best quality paper, really ever. But they did sell you authentic Army hand grenades for only $1. So, 150 Civil War soldiers. Oh, this is, they promised these prizes. Hurry, act now. Jackpot prizes in all Charlton comics. Let's see what they are. You can get a attack water submarine gun and nuclear-powered speedboat. Nuclear-powered speedboat. That's hilarious. Fighting Army secret weapon tank. Fighting Army secret weapon that shoots bullets in secret jet of water. That's what I would send to Zelensky in the Ukraine. It's like, here, I'll send you some Fighting Army secret weapon tanks, man. You got to add an extra 5 cents for Canada. We might have to add an extra 15 cents to send it all the way to the Ukraine. Shoots bullets in secret jet of water. And here's an outer space map. In case, you're going into outer space, you have a map of it. Be the first one on your street with a valuable space map. Real scientific educational information. And there's a young Elon Musk. No, he wouldn't have been born yet. 6-gun Hero water pistols that fit in your hand like a little Derringer. This is all probably junk, but it looks kind of cool. Oh, look, Sweetheart's personalized silk scarf. Look at that. That's a nice drawing. Boy, these space sounds. Boy, this is getting a whiff of old comics here for sure. Build your own hot rod. Only $1. Powered by electric motor. Zooms along at scale speeds of 120 miles per hour. Now, if you're really stupid, you might think that you're going to build a car that you can get in. But here's high-powered speed combined with the thundering excitement of the hot rod class. Powered by its own electric motors, it's electric motor. This marvelous automotive miracle will give you a thrill as it zooms along at scale speeds of 120 miles per hour, realistic in detail. It's great fun to build. I bet it is. First stop, Mars. I'm glad they're teaching tolerance. Back in 1973 on the News Zoo Review, I used to watch this every day. This Doug and Emmy Joe are still around doing meetings with their fans. The daughter of these two has a Facebook account where she has them on all the time. They're still together. All right. This is Jet Aces. This is a Fiction House comic. Look at the UFOs down there. Maybe those are the drones people have been seeing around New Jersey. Look at this. Jet Aces. Love the logo. Here's that spot reducer ad we saw in that facsimile of Ghost Comics. I don't know if this is from the same time period as the Ghost Comics. Probably. There's that judo ad, and then the pictures of other comics out that month. Oh, there's Ghost. Yeah, this is cool that I got this the same day as I got this one day before I got the Ghost the book. Beautiful artwork. This has got to be a Korean War era, I would think. Oh boy. Where's my magnifying glass? Used to be around here. Mr. Dingle. 1952. Kiss Off for Moscow Molly. Buzz Bennett. This is nice, man. I love Fiction House. Let me give you a new He-Man body, says Charles Atlas. Fantastic.
You crash landed, Mr. Dingle. Mr. Dingle, are you sure you're all right? Why are you calling me Mr. Dingle?
Oh, Mr. Dingle. Forgot that he is actually Mr. Dingle. Someone just put this up on YouTube. It's got all the original commercials from 1973. Again, he sent me this free. Rangers Comics, another Fiction House. This one looks like it's a little fragile, so I will be careful of this. It's in a top loader. That, I guess, is a man. Looks very effeminate, like he's got lipstick on. And he looks like he's got blue blood coming out of his forehead. I don't know, man. Rangers Comics number 20. Be a radio technician. Oh. Problem is looks like there's a loose page in here. Oh no, there's a loose wrap. I think they call it a wrap. That's why the page is. That's okay. I've heard of that. I don't have that many Golden Age comics, but that's a common thing for comics to have loose pages in the center. And then a lot of times that part gets lost, and because I hear people say, I got this comic, it's missing 2 wraps. In other words, the staple didn't hold, and some pages became loose inside. And so 2 wraps, each wrap is 4 pages. 4 pages. So if it's missing 2 wraps, it's missing 8 pages of the story. So anyway, that's the story. There's the ad on the back. But the comic is complete, and it's great, and I don't think Rangers Comics have been reprinted in any form, so fantastic. Now, Right Side Broadcasting might be on now live. I think they're doing a live stream all day today. I don't know what exactly they're going to show on Saturday when they're out. Tomorrow I'll be watching their coverage all day. But I don't know what they could. Yeah, I'm nervous about these top loaders because they're so stiff. I don't want to flake off stuff, man. Yeah, man, I don't. I'll be careful.
No, but I'd like to see
Yeah, these are. I don't like top loaders, man. They're for the birds. Oh well. What am I doing? So we looked at those books. Hold up. Okay, there's something I gotta do because it's gonna get down to like 1 degree the next Sunday through Tuesday. It's supposed to be unbelievably cold here. So, what do you think, Drew? Think we'll survive? I think I need to put some coolant in my car because I know I think there's a coolant leak, and so we gotta make sure I got enough coolant. And I need to get to, I got to go to the Dollar General. But this town is so small, it's a Dollar Corporal. They have the Dollar Generals in the big towns, man. Terrible what's going on in Los Angeles. Is a live feed. Horrible. What else do I need at the Dollar General? I gotta get some dog food and that kind of stuff. Well, let's go. Wait. I need sunglasses. It's bright sun outside. Did I put those over here? Where? Oh, I left them over there. I'm organizing this, man. Next time I come on with a show, I got this cool pillow sent to me as a gift, but I got to get rid of these giant tags. That means I've got to find some scissors. Oh, here they are. The sunglasses, not the scissors. I know I've got scissors upstairs in the attic. I'll take that up to the attic. What is all this group of people? Yeah, I just don't know. It's colder out here than I realized. There was plenty of coolant in there, so I probably got an oil leak. More than likely, but get that. Oh boy. I didn't go out. I gotta warm up, man. Hold on. Okay. Let's head on out. It's cold. Mainly, there's a strong wind out here. Hear that? I gotta park this car in the garage. I don't know. Last night, I wasn't feeling good. I just left the car out. And when it's 13 degrees and the wind's blowing like this, it is colder than a witch's zit. Oof. Oof. Come on, warm up, car.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw.
The areas affected include portions of central, north central, northeast, northwest, southwest, and west central Iowa. Wind from 3 a.m. to noon Sunday. The following impacts are expected. The dangerously cold wind chills could cause frostbite on exposed skin in under 30 minutes. Additional details. Wind chill values may fall to similar levels again Monday morning and Tuesday morning. Use caution while traveling outside. Wear appropriate clothing and gloves. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of central Iowa.
If you're watching this at a future date, the reason that the flag is at half-mast is because President Jimmy Carter passed away, and it said half-mast for a whole month, but I think they're going to put it back up for the inauguration of Trump and then drop it back down, just for optics.
Bitterly cold wind chills of 15 to 30 below zero or colder are likely again Monday morning and Tuesday morning. Spotter information statement. Spotter activation will not be needed. This is North All Hazard Weather Radio Station KXI 65 in Glennis, Iowa, transmitting on 162.45 megahertz.
Recommended a way to get ahead of it. Then I said, yeah, still in bed. Linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms.
How about that? It's not a laxative. It's something much, much more. It's not a root beer. There are root beers by the store. Drink Dr. Pooper, the joy of every boy and girl. It's the most delicious laxative ever in the whole wide world. Okay, man. I'll be back. If the phone dies, it's because it got too cold and it shut my iPhone off, man. Could be it doesn't survive, man. See you. Actually, I can. Well, no, I'll just leave it running. I guess I could pause it. Nah, I'll leave it running. Okay. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I was afraid if I put it in pause, that if it was in, I don't know how long it'll stay in pause before it just shuts off. So, fantastic. We're ready to roll, boys. It is cold out here. I'm going to put the car in the garage and not probably pull it out till Monday morning, because I don't need to go anywhere. It's going to be really even colder tomorrow. We got lots of food and Donald Trump stuff to watch. Well, shockingly cold. Let's put it on the radio.
His Gifts and Home Decor is clearing out to make room for exciting new products. Right now, check out the savings throughout the store, including home decor, novelty items, seasonal decor, and more. Explore their Merle Norman cosmetic selection for everything from skincare to makeup essentials. And don't miss their last call section featuring limited edition beauty products at 40% off. Refresh your home, find the perfect gift, and treat yourself all in one stop at Mary Kay's Gifts and Home Decor, 1108 Central Avenue, downtown Fort Dodge. We're here for you.
I said, is there anything I can do? They explained that their dog is at the emergency vet. My son, like, sorry. Is there anything I can do? Come inside and we'll get you some coffee or some hot chocolate. My first instinct was, what can I do to help? And I'm glad that even just asking, I was able to help. I'm so glad she's okay. Look at those eyes. Everyone's like a family here, so I think I would do the same thing for anyone that works here, anyone that came in. We are Quick Start.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With 3 battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road. So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone. And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination. Restrictions apply. It's a new year. This year is going to be a great one.
Well, the local theater
going to be better.
has a problem with the projector. It broke down, but they say they're going to have a new one soon. I hate this new digital screen, digital marquee they put up. We'll be open soon. The new projector is ordered. So we'll see. Will it be out in time for Dogman's release? The world will soon discover that. I'm just glad that they're able to get a new projector. That's some of the only entertainment in town.
Travel cover too, so I can stay aerodynamic anywhere I go. Travel. Yeah, we're gonna do that to Chase Down. You're off right with the Harry. Get started with a trial set for just $3 plus free shipping to harrys.com/feed. That's harrys.com/feed.
Oh man, what are they playing this shit for? Come on, man. Don't play this crap.
Make sure that you check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the Actors.
Here's the AM 540 KWMT Weatherology forecast. Sunshine mixed with cloud time. Today, with daytime highs approaching 15. Northerly winds.
Approaching 15. Wow. That's pretty good, man. Ooh, some mail got delivered to the wrong. Why did they put it in this mailbox? The cretins. Oh, it's a water bill. All right. Okay. Drew the dog will get some food here. Here we go. How about that? Let's see what this bill is, man. Oof. I think my wife already paid this, yeah. Why is it that much? Weird. I think that high bill that I just received has something to do with the boiler that stopped working. Was it 2 or 3 Saturdays ago? 2, I think. Anyway, it's working now, but in the meantime, what did I do? I don't know. I don't know if having faucets drip to prevent pipes from breaking would have caused that amount of, oh well. It's okay, we'll survive.